right, welcome back. Let's go ahead and delete a quote. So similar story to before, we're going to make a function, and then we're going to call the function from the right place. What I'm going to do, because I'm a lazy person, is I'm going to go ahead and copy insert quote. And I'm going to paste it. And just because it'll help my overall flow. So this one is going to be called delete quote. And what it needs is, it doesn't actually need a quote, it needs an entity key that it will delete. So I'll just call it entity key to delete. Same idea. You create a query, you execute it, you handle it in the callback block. The query is not going to be an insert though, it's going to be a delete with entity key. Sure enough, we have an entity key right here that you can delete. The hack for dealing with post is no longer relevant. A delete is really the same as a get. There's no body, so we don't need the hack. Network activity indicator, that's fine. What comes back actually is a MovieQuote. We don't care about it, but it is actually a MovieQuote that comes back. If the error is not nil, then we want to show the error dialog, so that's all the same. What we do in here is kind of funny. So we're going to do nothing. The quote was already deleted locally. And it's kind of like, good thing it worked, right? So we already deleted the quote. And then optionally, you could go ahead and perform the selector after a delay. So it's a surprisingly easy function, right? You're starting to really knock out this pattern. The only thing we need to do is we need to call it from somewhere. So to do, send a message to the back end to remove this quote. So this is when they finish editing. So the one annoying thing is we don't actually have the quote yet. So this is the quote to delete. We have to get it out of the quotes, right? Index path dot row, I believe is what I want. So I have too many brackets. So there's the quote. And then we want to call delete quote to deletes entity key. And this will delete not only locally, but also from the cloud, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and run this guy locally. I've got a quote that I kind of want to delete. Anyway, I want to delete that blank one. Let's go ahead and see if this guy works. So if I click on edit, and that was kind of already done, and I say, hey, I want to delete this guy, delete him. So he's done. And then if I refresh over here, I can see that he's gone. You could actually go through and you could delete them all, right? So if I deleted that guy, and then I could refresh over here if I wanted, and then I could even delete that guy, and then refresh over here if I wanted. I added a feature where it turns off the edit mode because there's no more to delete. So delete, pretty straightforward, right? So we deleted it locally, and then we sent the entity key up to the server and it says, hey, delete this entity key. Just as a point, if you're making a real production app, this may not be ideal because, like, if I as a user make a quote and I make like 100 quotes and I put them all up, and then some other numbskull just goes through and deletes them all, that's working as intended, right? So not necessarily a great finished product, but we just wanted to show you how these things work. All right, that's it for delete. We'll see you next time where we do some more with updates. See you then.